7:30 Thursday night. I'm about to pop the block on. I've just finished next level meditation via Zoom with Garry with the little device, with the women, and this stuff is really transformational and so healing. He kind of took us into this whole place of feeling oneness. It was just amazing, exploring all this, the energy blocks around sexuality, how we are in ourselves in relations to being social in the world and survival. And I had a really kind of interesting clearing around something, and I'm not quite sure. And I've had a really profound yoga lesson with Peter Mulholland today, and I'm about to put a vlog up, and unfortunately, because you know how I am tech intolerant, I forgot to charge the vloggy machine, so kind of midway it cut out. And I want to do another one with him tomorrow, and I want to do more information, so I don't want to go over like what we did today. And you know, we must have spoken for 10 minutes. I'm so humbled that he's giving me this time. I don't really know I don't really know how he's taking me, and I kind of feel like he's not actually compassionate at all about what this must be like for me or anything. I kind of feel like he doesn't like me at all. However, you know, I've paid him to do this, and he's coming on and vlogging, and I think he's the most amazing yoga teacher I've ever met in my life, and everything he is gifting me with is blowing my mind. But yeah, I'm trying to work with making it not matter that he's not friendly. It's just his way. Like, he's a really stern, he's got a wild energy. He's got this wild lineage. And yeah, I'm a little bit like, you know, I can't kind of crack out the hey doll or the lovies. Like, you know, I'm not actually feeling myself with him, you know, but then it's kind of similar to how I am with Master Yang. I'm so respectful. Like, I am total in student, and I'm totally got my head bowed, you know, at his teachings. Because he's just so, Anyway, so you see the vlog that I'm about to put up, and then tomorrow we've got a double session. Today it was more of the same, really struggling with waking up to do, you know, less is more. And yeah, it's, you know, but I did it. And, you know, I'm experiencing a fluidity in my body that I don't normally. I have absolutely no strong sensations or anything. You know, it's like this incredible, you know, because it's all about my blood flow and relaxing my nervous systems and toning muscles and gentle, and all with my pranayama, all with my Ajaya breathing, you know. So, yeah. I've got something for you. Coco Cabana. It's Copa. I know, I'm in Copa. That's what they call it here. Okay, so I have one pair of black, quite stylish, sophisticated one piece. It's got a little bit of boob padding, so it's the first cleavage I've had since the 90s when I was a drag queen. It was horrific, the experience. The lady couldn't have been lovelier, and the truth is she was so amazing and fun, and if I wasn't so traumatized, I would have, you know, got the vlog out and brought you with me. But just, yeah, it was traumatic. If I owned a swimwear store, I would have kind of nice dim lights in the change room, because it's kinder, and also you'd sell more swimsuits. Anyway, so this was the second. I've tried 3 pairs on. This is the second pair I put on. Because the first pair, she's kind of going, "How you going in there, love?" And I'm like, and I can tell she's trying to open the curtain. I'm like, ah. She goes, "What's going?" Because it was like, you know, 20 to 5, and I went, "Oh, look, I said, "Look, I don't go to the beach. I really don't like my body." She goes, "Why don't you like your body?" And I went, "Oh, you know, like, what do you think?" And she's like, you've got a size 12 pair of swimmers on and you look great. And I'm like, oh, I've got deformed knees because she goes, oh, girl, God, you look great. And I said, well, I'm over 50. She said, you look amazing for over 50. And I go, yeah, from here up, not too bad. But down here, we're going south, And she's like, you're size 12, you look great. And it reminded me of like my mum being size 10, 79, sophisticated, slick, very modern dresser, not smells like mutton, She's really classical. And she bought a beautiful pair of, white jeans, and they're size 10 and they're not tight, like they're actually loose, but they're size 10. And she's saying, oh, I can't really wear them because I feel too hippie, like my thighs are really big. Oh yeah, Mum, you've got a pair of size 10 white jeans on. It's actually impossible to have big thighs, So it's kind of like this woman saying this to me at size 12. And I know there's plenty of women that love their bodies at size 20, and there's plenty of women that hate their bodies at size 8, and, it's whatever it is, It's, I suppose it's the thing that you see about Peter or, Peter Mulholland, the yoga teacher, and, my mind is so poisoned because of the way it thinks and what it wants instead of what is. And I think, if anything, Peter can really see the dilemma that I suffer from, in my thoughts. And I know I'm not alone, if anything, as we kind of come to the end of Mental Health Month, and I feel, obviously, I tried to take my life for the first time when I was 12 or 13. I tried to overdose and, I tried to jump out of a car when I was 20, and so I've got clinical depression that's actually got a different name, that actually makes you started when you were a child. So whatever that name is, it's about 3 or 4 syllables. I was being diagnosed with that, and my bipolarism was very much when I was a very heavy dope smoker, because that was like going really high and then crashing. I kind of relate to personality disorder as well. And clearly, I think I'm a bit, Asperger's. I really feel a bit, definitely been a bit, absolute gammon around social situations and really inappropriate. And I've really worked a lot with that stuff. And, and very much on the autism spectrum as well, like how I can remember conversations I had with you and what you were wearing and how you phrased it, but I wouldn't be able to, remember something I'm reading now in 3 seconds, or the fact that I just, like, even, the amazing Garry meditation now, like, there's so many things about it that I'm not getting and I don't understand, and I don't, like, my whole, tech intolerant thing of how long it takes me. So there's that part of mental health, which and as we know, pharmaceutical free, so I'm working with it in other ways. And the words I just used are simply words that describe symptoms, so that's the reason why I don't do the Western medicine stuff. But that, of course, is just the Western medicine labels that symptoms that I have can be, labelled there. However, for me, it's heal the body and the mind will follow. And when you think about the amount of work I've done with my body, and now I'm realising the amount of yoga I've done for so many years, I was pulling myself apart. And I admitted that in 3rd or 4th vlog when I was in Melbourne having some voddies and ciggies on that Friday night before I was flying out to Perth for my Vedic thing at the vodka bar, no less. Telling you that, when I used to do a Flanashtanga yoga, I was smoking dope, smoking ciggies, drinking coffee, partying, not all the time, clearly, just having little binges here and there. However, yoga for me was like the obsession I had about my body and how amazing it made me look and how amazing it made me feel on some level. But, little by little, it was just pulling me apart. And I suppose being with Peter enables me to really, realise that, more and more it's becoming clear. And so I'm just sad and humbled and excited, quite frankly. So much going on about the fuck up of my past, the choices I've made, the stuff I've bought into, my inability to really be fully present with my breath, the wantings, you know, like he sees straight through me, you know, and I suppose that's the thing what I'm feeling, you know. Yeah, I mean, ultimately, the definition of insanity, let's say in many fields of, let's say, the NA and the AA 12-step fellowship stuff is, you know, the definition of insanity is seen as, you know, repeating the same situation and expecting a different result, you know. It's like, for me to think I can have one joint and not two was ridiculous because I always want the second one. That's insane to even think that, you know, or all sorts of things, you know. However, I feel like another insanity in us, and as you know, like as Peter would say, you know, white culture or whatever, is the inability to actually be present and to be really in the moment, which isn't just simple as, you know, going into a mindfulness course and remembering, but, you know, what it would be like to fully be completely present at all times. And anything less than that is actually insane, and that's the only sane place. So how many people are sane anyway, you know? It's like we've all got a little something that we need to, you know, lie on the couch about. And no, you know what I mean? Not that I believe in classic psychiatry. I mean, my shrink that I had in Hobart, Bobby Burgess, you know, like a psychiatrist that was that practiced, you know, Zen Buddhism. So I was with a man that had no judgment on me. He had no advice for me. He held space for me and just really allowed me to unravel, you know. I mean, I've said this, as we know, I'm a modality slut, and I've been working on myself for as long as I can remember, as long as my friends know that, you know, I've always been really compromised of being alive in this world. And everything I've shared with you up until this point. And if you haven't followed my channel, you're probably just saying, what the fuck? And I'm like, yeah. I'm just committed. That's all. You know? I'm just committed to, you know, I'm committed fully to at least staying alive for as long as my parents are alive, and that's certain. That's certain. And I'm committed. I'm just committed to being seen in these places in the very hope of helping anybody to feel that it's natural and okay to have all this stuff come up and to be so affected, you know. Anyway, I'm going to watch the block. I'm going to have some asparagus and some coriander paste, get up and do soft cock yoga, and go and have a double private session with Peter tomorrow. Oh my God, Bella is just fully coming around me all the time when I'm outside, no hissing, letting me patter. So we've had a major breakthrough. The lesbians are back on Sunday morning, so better late than never. And quite frankly, I'm a little bit lonely. Like I really am looking forward to a bit of company. And then I hit the road on Tuesday, where I'm heading back in the same direction and participating in what I feel is going to be another life-changing workshop, which I haven't even bought that fodder to you yet, and it's pretty exciting. So I'll see you in the morning. Namaste.